Hi everyone, I'm Catherine Goshen, a professional astrologer from the village of Nyack in New York State, and I'm passionate about in-depth astrology and getting to the heart of the matter. Cancer, this is your forecast if you are Cancer rising, Cancer sun, and Cancer moon. And I recommend that in this series of videos, you listen first to your rising sign, then your sun, and then lastly, your moon sign. Now, Cancer, welcome to 2021. You have had quite a difficult time over the last few years, but hopefully one which has inspired you to be your best self. I know for those of you that were born between July 13 and July 19th, you've had a lot going on in 2020, and you're looking forward to a little bit of relief as the new year gets underway. Now, you've had this Jupiter-Saturn conjunction, which is taking place on December 21st, 2020, in your 8th house. And as I see it, this is really sounding the starting bell for 2021, because wherever this conjunction takes place in your solar chart will be the area of your life that is most energized for 2021. So for you, it is joint finances and getting down to the bottom of those things that you could not get to in 2020. The 8th house is to do with joint finances, but also any kind of resources that you share with your partner. This could be taxes and taxation. And it also covers the areas of inheritance. And in a more modern sense, we get those fields such as psychotherapy and consulting, which are given the province of the 8th house. So we know that astrology is extremely broad in its application when we are doing a forecast such as this. So I leave it up to each one of you to take those broad areas and see how they can be applicable to your life in 2021. When we talk about resources of others with the 8th house, we could also be talking about the values that you share with your partner or with your business partner. So bear that in mind. Do they value you as much as you value them, or vice versa? Do you share the same values? And how can 2021 be a year where you realign your values so that you are both working together for the same goal? Before we get into this year's astrology for you, Cancer, bear in mind that when I do give dates in this forecast, always take a day or two on either side, because it depends on which time zone you're in as to when these dates will come about. The year begins for you with a very energized start in terms of getting together with others for a common cause. You have the planet Uranus in your house of friendships and groups since 2019, and it's going to be there all the way until 2026. So that whole area of your chart is also being energized. And bear in mind, this is not only friendships and groups, but also the accolades or money that you receive from the profession that you have or the work that you do. So this area of your life is being energized. And the year kicks off in January with Mars in the sector of your chart too. So use January and February to gather with like-minded people, set goals for your business for the year, and really get your vision clear, because your highlighted area is shared values. And you want to be sure that you are in alignment with the people that you are working with. If you don't work, this can also refer to the community that you're in. You may have an important role in your community as a school parent, for example, on whatever level. Make sure that you begin the year realigning your values and making sure that you are on the same page with others. In February, there will be a Mercury retrograde period in your 8th house, which takes us back to that theme of shared resources and joint finances. So February will give you a time to look at how you and your partner, or you and your business partner, are contributing to the relationship. Is it taking place on an equal level? Or do you have some work to do where one or both of you needs to step up a little so that you are contributing more to the family? And remember, this does not have to be in terms of money alone. For Cancerians, there is a general archetypal nature which wishes to serve and to help others, to the extent that sometimes they may give more in a relationship than they receive. So just be aware of this, Cancer. It might be completely in balance for you, and then no adjustments are needed. But if an adjustment is needed, this will show up in February when you have that intensive 8th house activity in your chart. March and April look like a quiet time for you because, first of all, you have your activity planet in a quiet area of your chart. And secondly, you are not receiving an enormous amount of vitality from the sun. So this would be a really great time to take care of routine things. Don't make any big plans. Just have a regular daily routine where you get done what you need to and you honor the way you feel. If you need to rest, rest. Don't put yourself under too much pressure at this time of the year, Cancer. Then from the end of April until early June, you are going to get a boost of energy because, especially if you have Cancer rising or Cancer sun, you're going to feel a lot more vitality come in, and this could be a very active period for you. There's one caution for those of you with Cancer moon. This would be a good time to take care of any outstanding health issues and to monitor your energy levels. There is another Mercury retrograde period which will be helping you to sort out things that you couldn't get to in March. So use that time to not try to push ahead. You will have energy, you will get things done, but at the same time, there's no need to try to fast forward everything. This is a year for you where things really unfold at their own pace. And remember, for those of you with birthdays around July 14 to July 20th, you are still under the influence of the opposition aspect from Pluto. And this can feel as if there's a lot going on in your life beneath the surface that you're really not ready to share yet with loved ones or friends. There may be a deep inner transformation taking place. So honor that and know that on a very fundamental level, this is really an aspect of empowerment. It may sometimes feel slow. It may sometimes feel as if it's too intense for you, but on the deepest possible level, it will lead to your own inner empowerment. So trust the process. If you are in any kind of therapy, keep at it. This is a good year for breakthroughs. June is a wonderful time for spoiling yourself, for feeling great, for feeling beautiful. You have the planet Venus visiting your first house. And this is usually a time where one has small blessings and is so grateful for the bounty of life and the beauty of every day. Lovely time to go for a makeover, to spring clean your wardrobe, and just to take that little bit of extra care that you know you love to do, Cancer. Even though you are known as a mothering archetype in the Zodiac, we must never forget that your goddess ruler is Artemis, and she refused to be a mother, instead wanting to care for those in labor, but her ideal was to remain active and free of the encumberments of a partner or children. So, Cancer, it is very important for you to find that balance between caring for others, if you're a mother or if you work in the caring professions such as nursing, and finding that time to really pamper yourself and do self-care. So this will be your month for that. Then the end of June into early July, happy birthday for those of you with Cancer suns. This will be a wonderful time to celebrate and also to look at your own money and how you are spending that. You're going to have Mars in your finances sector at this time for most of July. And sometimes one can overspend. So watch your expenditure. It would be a really good time to draw up a list of how much you spend and to see if you are keeping within budget for the year. Maybe you have some kind of goal that you're saving towards, or maybe you have a lot of debt to pay off from 2020. And this is an opportune time to take a look at that. There'll be the energy to do that and to try to get things in balance in this area of your life. Your new moon for the year is on July 9th. So this will be your time to find out how well you've been doing for the first 6 months of the year. Are you on track? And what would you like to achieve by your birthday in 2022? Your new moon is a good time always to set your intentions for yourself because it's your solar birthday. And this is the time when the energies are strongest for you. Take a moment for a quiet retreat at this time. It is always a good idea around a new moon, and it helps you to really make a commitment to yourself. What do you want? The years go by very quickly. And if we don't have a clear vision of how we're going to get to our goals, it's very easy to be swayed from what we need to achieve in life. Then in August, there's a great switch of gears as I see you making some short trips all the way through August and into the beginning part of September, possibly to see sisters or brothers, old neighbors, old friends, but there's a lot going on for you. Communication is favored at this time. So if you do run seminars or offer lectures, this would be a wonderful time to schedule them for. From mid-September to the end of October is another great high energy period for you. And I also see a lot of activity in the home for you at this time. So a wonderful time to throw out old stuff, those things that you've been hanging on to for years, and you always think maybe you'll have another baby, maybe you'll give them to your grandchildren, maybe things will change. Just forget about it. Clear out the house at this time. You'll feel so good that you did. This will allow fresh energy to come in and to invigorate your home. Perhaps you will beautify the garden, and you will also see yourself thinking a lot about your roots and what you wish to pass on to those who are in your family. If you live alone, you might consider a trip to a place that has been special to you when you were growing up. So all things to do with revisiting the past as well as letting go of the past are favored at this time. These kind of endeavors will also be helped by another Mercury retrograde period, which will also be in the home area of your chart. So this is a great time for wrapping up projects that you might have started in 2020 but could not afford the time or the money to complete. You may get a chance now to revisit them and to complete those things that you really would like to wrap up for once and for all before 2021 ends. November to mid-December is your ideal time for relaxation, Cancer. If you love to chill out with your kids, or if you're single and you like to just chill out by yourself, this is a good month to do this. It's also your best month for romance if you are single and looking for a relationship. There's a 6-week period from the very beginning of November to mid-December that will see the potential for some passion and some real romance. So open yourself to that. If you are involved in the stock market, this is also a great time to relook at your portfolio, possibly to neaten up your investments to see which ones are not working for you, how you want to balance things out. This would be a good time for that. Then from December 13th, we get to take care of all those health issues that we might have put on the back burner for most of the year. I strongly suggest taking a holiday from work at this time and going for all your routine well visits, and also allowing yourself this complete change in your daily routine. If you only are able to exercise twice a week for most of the year, this is a wonderful time to bring in a daily walk or something which shifts things around and gives you a whole new perspective on life. You'll also have the opportunity to look closely at your one-on-one relationships, your deep relationships, such as your marriage partner or your business partner, when Venus enters your 7th house and has a retrograde period there from December 19. Lovely time to take a trip together and to really get down to what's important in your relationship. So Cancer, that's 2021 in a nutshell. But do remember that everything I've spoken about today is under the umbrella energy of this Jupiter-Saturn in your 8th house. That is the overarching energy that you're dealing with. And it's a wonderful time to know that you are being helped by planetary energies to look deeper into your life. You have that 8th house area emphasized, and then you also have a couple of important transits in your 12th house, one of which is that Mercury retrograde that we mentioned earlier in Gemini. So this means a year to process deeply your own values and to see if they line up with your partner's values, so that you can take this year and make it a year where you feel that you are living the truth of your own values in your life. And I wish you all the best, Cancer, for a happy, healthy, and prosperous 2021. If you found this video at all helpful, please like and subscribe. And I will see you next time.